Mint chocolate chip has been an ice cream favorite for more than 80 years. And today, we're making an incredibly creamy homemade version with the perfect little chocolate flakes in every bite. And wait until you see how we're doing the chocolate. Hi, I'm Maria, and I make real homemade ice cream with better ingredients. We're borrowing a little inspiration from the classic, but our homemade version keeps things simple. Real dairy, less sugar, no artificial color, and just a handful of simple ingredients. Let's make some ice cream. In a bowl, we're going to mix 2 cups of half and half, 1 cup heavy cream, 2 tablespoons non-fat milk powder, half a cup of sweetener, I'm using an allulose blend, a pinch of salt, 1 teaspoon vanilla, 3/4 teaspoon peppermint extract, and 1 tablespoon vodka. All right, let's give this a taste. This is the point where if we need to make any adjustments, we can add either a little bit more peppermint. Unfortunately, we can't take it out if we've added too much. So hopefully the 3/4 teaspoon was enough. Let's find out. Perfect. All right, and you'll notice we're not adding green food coloring. Peppermint extract is clear, so our mint chocolate chip is going to stay naturally white. Which raises a very important question. Mint chocolate chip, green or white? Does the color matter to you? Let me know in the comments, I'd love to know. We'll need to get this base nice and cold before we can churn it. The colder the base is, the better it will churn. So if you have time to leave it in the fridge for a couple of hours or even overnight, that's awesome. Otherwise, one of the things that I like to do is put it in my deep freezer for about 30 to 45 minutes. That's where it gets really nice and cold, and then we can churn it. So while this is cooling down, let's make the chocolate shards. Fun fact, mint chocolate chip was actually one of Baskin-Robbins' original 31 flavors, dating all the way back to 1945. And it's still one of their most popular flavors today. And here's something I didn't know. They don't actually use chocolate chips. They drizzle liquid chocolate into the ice cream while it's still churning, so it hardens into little pieces throughout. Traditionally, stracciatella-style chocolate is drizzled into the ice cream near the end of the churning, where it freezes instantly and breaks into these delicate little pieces. My KitchenAid attachment makes that a little messy, and trust me, I've tried. So I'm making these thin chocolate shards separately and adding them at the end, and I will show you how. For the chocolate, you'll want to use a parchment-lined tray. We're also going to use 3 ounces of dark chocolate. I'm using this Lily's Extremely Dark. It's 0 sugar or no sugar added. You can use any other chocolate that you would like. Then we're going to melt it in short 15 to 30 second bursts in the microwave. Then we'll refrigerate it or freeze it until it's completely firm. So the chocolate was only in the freezer for maybe about 10 minutes, and check it out. It literally lifts right off. And we'll keep them frozen until we're ready to use them. We'll add them to the very end of the churn, just long enough to distribute. We use the KitchenAid attachment for the stand mixer. We've been using it for about 5 years now, and it works reliably well. We always get the perfect ice cream. If you're interested in getting one of these for yours, if you have one, I will leave a link to this one in the description below. All right, the base is ready to churn. I mentioned that I use allulose as my sweetener. The reason being is that it lowers the freezing point of ice cream very well, It also helps keep our ice cream in the low sugar category. This is great if you're following a low sugar or low carb diet. If you're interested in learning how different sweeteners affect ice cream texture, I created a free downloadable guide. You can scan the QR code on the screen, and I will also link it in the description. I've got the tiny little shards of chocolate right here, so we're gonna go ahead and add it to this and let it churn for another maybe 30 seconds to a minute. All right, so let's see what this looks like. Look at that beautiful texture. I know I always say it, but it is my favorite part of making ice cream. Gotta give it a taste. Oh, it's beautiful texture. Piece of chocolate in here. Oh my gosh. Wow, this is so good. Perfect mint flavor, just a hint of vanilla, but the dark chocolate and the little thin shards, it is phenomenal. I think you guys are gonna love it. The thin shards absolutely make this exceptionally good. And I think it's even better than using the chocolate chips. If you don't have anything else, that's totally fine. But if you have a block of chocolate, it's definitely worth taking the extra step to create the shards. The moment has come.
And I am here to get my fair share of this ice cream.
All right, mint chocolate chip.
Mint chocolate
No green,
chip.
as you can see. All right, so what did you think? Yeah, right? Chocolate shards, baby.
You put a smile on my face, honey. That was delicious.
You're welcome. Is there a better way to enjoy a mint chocolate ice cream than in a homemade chocolate Oreo waffle cone? I don't think so. Cheers.
Cheers.
If you enjoy making homemade ice cream with better ingredients, subscribe and follow along. I post new recipes every week. Thanks so much for watching.